Hi Haley, how you doing? I've got your submission up here, and let me just kind of back down a little bit so we can. So this works. This works. I love this kind of screened out window. So that's very clear that that's a window, and that sliding door. That's a nice frame. Good setup right there. Watch your strokes. It looks like some of your strokes aren't consistent, and we see that in some other areas too. That's a perfect circular stroke, right? But look right here. And see, these ones are getting cut off, and the stroke here isn't consistent throughout this circle. So definitely want to watch that. Looks like a couple of your frames are getting cut off by the side of the page right there. See, that bubble is getting cut off. That frame right there, illustration right over here, they're just getting kind of flattened out. So make sure that you're within your picture plane. Okay, so she looks outside. She sees her garden. She loves her garden. She wants to do some gardening. Okay, this frame right here, I think these could be a little bit bigger. This whole thing right here, the thought bubbles, right? You can see the corner of her head. We get that. That's called a continuation. And basically, that is a theory in Gestalt that says that if you can see part of something, your mind is able to fill in the rest. So just by seeing her head, we realize that's a thought bubble, right? So we can increase that a little bit to show the gloves and to show the gardening shovel, right? Then she goes to look for the gardening shovel or for the gloves and the gardening shovel. That's not there. It's kind of ghosted out there. I would just leave it alone and maybe put a question mark there so that the viewer knows that, okay, you're supposed to see the gloves and the shovel, but you only see the gloves with the question mark indicating, or maybe just leave that there with a little question mark. So we realize that, oh, wait a second, she doesn't have a shovel. Then the snap. Love it. This little starburst back here, this frame right here, this is a defining frame. For that reason, I would make sure see how little the fork is in there? I would really increase the size of this close up so you can see that she got to snap. Okay, it's a fork. She's going to use a fork. And we can't quite see that right there because it's just not detailed enough. The other thing with this frame right here is this little starburst in the back. I think that should be, really regular, a really regular shaped starburst. So right now you've got some of the points going this way and others are kind of pointing up where it should be just really regular, a regularly shaped starburst where the points are all radiating from a central, point, whereas this, if we were to follow the point here, it would be up here somewhere. This point would be down here somewhere. This one would be over. All of these points you should be able to follow that point to a central area, a central point where they're radiating from. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, so she's got her fork. You can see the fork, and right here again, we need to see that fork. So what I would do is just move this illustration over a little bit. So let's get that fork in there so you can see almost the whole fork, maybe even her hand on the fork, so we get the connection between this frame and this frame. Harvesting and then serving. So that's great. Really good job. So those are my only recommendations. Good color palette, by the way, as well. Yeah, nice work. Okay, so yeah, those are my recommendations. So if you have any questions at all, please let me know. Thank you very much.